So we were, my sisters and I were talking about the last time we came to Alaska. Our grandmother brought us, you know. And, anyway, so when her name was Zell, Amanda Mizella Grant, when Zell passed away, each of my sisters and I got a check for $10,000, and that was our inheritance. And Gary Chapman and I had just bought a big farm on a beautiful street in a highly photographed street in Franklin. And I thought, well, it's going to be like pissing on a forest fire if I put this $10,000 toward this farm. So I took that check and I put it under the silverware in a kitchen drawer. And I thought about it. I thought, what can I do with this money to remember my grandmother? She passed away April 30th. I guess we got the check sometime late spring or early summer. But by the time September had rolled around, it was September of 1988, my son Matt was a year old, I decided to plant fruit trees because she made unbelievable yeast rolls. I mean, like crazy good. She would heat up her house to let the dough rise. And she made crab apple jelly. And I thought, well, I could spend a lifetime trying to make those yeast rolls, but maybe I could figure out how to make some jelly. I got a catalog for fruit trees and picked out several varieties of apples, pears, peaches, regular apples, crab apples, and planted, with the help of Isaac Tucker, about 75 or 80 fruit trees. And all I can say about that fruit catalog is my compliments to the photographer. Because when those trees came, they looked like kitten tails, not a leaf on them. And we just planted like sticks. And anyways, Matt was just turning a year, and we planted these back behind the house on a rise. The farm went down a long way and ended in the heart of the river. It was just wonderful. And those trees grew in the next 10 years to a canopy. We picnicked under those trees. Some of them died, but really in that 10 years, life derailed. It's kind of a long story, but anyway. When I decided to leave that marriage, and I had my pro and con list, I mean, so many things to consider, and it seems foolish, but knowing that I would walk away from everything, I had those fruit trees. They had never had any fruit. I felt like that was just reflective of my life. Another decade went by, the farm sold, and the woman that bought it, I guess, loved trees and had a man come in and prune the trees that were left. Right about the time the neighbor, who I grew up with, started keeping bees. Anyway, lo and behold, we get a phone call. Did you plant these fruit trees like 20 years ago? They are covered in fruit. And I was invited to bring a ladder and come pick fruit. And I was just, it was beautiful. Just peach juice and tears and snot running down my face. And this is so crazy. I went and picked several times. There was just so much fruit. And all I could think of was, thank you, God, that I did not know how this was going to end. Because it would have just taken all the joy out of that planting. You know, I mean, they wouldn't have gotten planted. I would have just sat in the dirt and squalled. I would have just rocked in a corner next to a fence looking for a light switch to turn on and off and on and off. Just something. that we sowed our seeds, watered with tears, waiting for signs of growth. Took months of days, and then took years. We took our steps, we took our falls. Somewhere along the way, we just got lost, and we lost it all. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. The risk of living is the pain, and what will be anyway. Oh, it's better not to know the way it's gonna go, what will die and what will grow. Goodbye, or then hello. It's better not to know. Those tiny stems